Howdy folks, it's episode 22 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. Gonna end up closing a lot of candy loops here finally after a very long time. Taking a look at the tracker, we still want to complete quests in release order. We still want to work on invention, namely getting combat stats to 70 and getting T70 augmentable gear so I can earn more XP for invention. Working on Dagonoth Rex to get a dragon hatchet so that woodcutting will also provide invention XP. Always have to do dailies, weeklies, and monthlies. Trying to finish up Big Game Hunter to get a clue totem piece. Clue scrolls are pretty annoying in RS3 compared to OSRS. In addition to not having Runelight, Alt 1 isn't as fully featured as Runelight, and every clue is one step longer by default than the equivalent old school clues. So the clue totem makes them have the same steps as old school. And a more long-term goal here is unlocking broader fletching. That will help me actually train fletching eventually on this account. But of course, broader fletching is another Shopscape daily. You have to spend about 300k on arrow tips every day for like 4 months to get you enough arrow tips for 99 fletching. So this is a pretty long-term goal. This episode, I'm going to get a Reaper task to fight Croesus, which is a skilling boss in RS3 that... well, I guess you'll see, but I'm going to have a time code in the description if you want to skip the mostly unedited first attempt at the boss. Okay, let's get to the playthrough. Really trying to get in the habit of learning when I should alch stuff and when I should disassemble stuff. I was really under the impression that disassembling was pretty powerful, but I think it actually sucks pretty bad for certain items. I think it's always worth alching rune items because the GP is way more valuable than the small number of components that you get from the salvage. So you'll see my GP count start to climb up there now that I'm doing a little bit more alching. I was curious why I never need food down here despite taking a significant amount of damage both from the ads down here and occasionally from Rex himself. And I was looking up the HP regen rate, which is way higher than old school. But while researching that, I found out that you recover even more health if you right-click rest. Learning this at like hour 500 or something. I guess it's hard to do down here because I'm getting attacked by these guys all the time, but it's like 1% of health per tick or something? Well, not per tick, but every 6 seconds. It seems pretty powerful for situations like this. Looks like if I finish out the 2002 quests, I can get enough quest points to get that armor set from quests. So I think I'll do that. Once I hit 75 defense, I'm going to pop out of here. I can't just like be doing this forever. Maybe I'll try to start setting aside some time to go for the drop every day. I was really hoping to get kind of lucky with it like I did with the Berserker ring, but instead I have 3 Berserker rings and no Dragon Axe. Alright, I should get 75 defense from this kill, after which I'm going to pop out and do the next 3 quests, which will get me to the quest points I need. Get it here, 75 defense. Been a perfect... Oh, I got a warrior ring. Okay, well, that's better in this game. That's basically RS3's version of the Berserker ring. It only has a strength bonus and it's higher. I might actually use that. I feel like I need to go for the back-to-back now, so I'll get 1 more kill. I said 1 more kill, but what I really meant was 3 more kills. I'm gonna get to 170 KC. Maybe 175. There's a chance it could drop, right? There's a chance. I'm able to get 10 male Chinchampas in a row. I can get a 1 in 128 drop. Got excited about the collection log pop-up, but it's a tooth half of key, which I haven't ever gotten until now, which seems insane. Well, I did not get it. I got to KC 178 and then misclicked and screwed up a pull. Alright, I'm going to try to start working on these quests. I'm going to be able to finish them today. I'm close to needing to start stream, but I will open with them after dailies next time, I think. Alright, so as far as I can tell, the Zeal Cult, Sheep Herder, and Sea Slug have all not been changed from old school, but I'll report it if anything. Alright, starting his Zeal Cult. Now, I guess they've continued this quest. This guy looks different than I remember him looking in the first game. I'll have to double check. I keep saying the first game. Oh yeah, he looks way different. He looks like kind of a chubby, rich guy here. The scepter and everything, but he's just kind of like a dude with a headband in old school. This is the weird quest with the fake out quest complete pop-up, right? Oh yeah, you have kind of completed a Zeal Cult. Quest actually complete? Yes. Alright, time to pick up one of the worst quests in the history of RuneScape. Accept quest, here we go. Oh yeah, this is still really bad even in RS3. Oof. Can't say for sure here, but they may have changed the sheep pathing to make it a little bit more tolerable. None of them have gotten stuck yet, and they all seem to stop in front of the gate. So they're going to make any kind of change, a subtle one like that is appreciated at least. What a fucked up quest. Murder all these sheep. Alright, sheep herder complete. Accidentally dismissed the dialogue. That wasn't too bad, actually, compared to old school. I think I had this quest confused with the Slug Menace. I'm like, wow, this seems really easy compared to what I remembered it being. That's the sequel to this one. I love when they do this in RuneScape. I need some swamp paste. Swamp paste? Swamp tar mixed with flour. In fact, unless me nose be mistaken, you've got some in your pack. Oh yeah, I forgot about that stuff. Such a silly quest. It's so like 2002 era RuneScape where you have to use like broken glass on some sticks to make dry sticks to light the torch. There you go, quest complete. Yeah, you have 125 quest points. Okay, so I need to reset. I'm definitely not going to use the area loot. I think that would have been pretty good before, but now that they've increased the base area loot up to 15 squares, it doesn't really matter. Take this opportunity to summarize quest completions. We are done with 2001 and 2002, and I've hit a couple quests, still from old school, but later releases here for different reasons. All right, so reset unlocks, yes. The plate body of trials. Yes, please. Okay, so I've never seen this gear before, but I think it's better, question mark? Should be. Armor 260. Reduces damage taken from a quest boss, which I don't care about. The 260 armor versus 195 armor, so yeah, it's better. Looks kind of cool. It looks like it has that like quest color theming of blue and white. So it looks like the Orichalcum gear is slightly better, so I'll use that in melee, but this will be great for mage and range, I guess, until I can find other sets. Alright, don't have a ton of time left in my recording day, but I'm going to sit here for another 30-40 minutes or so just to see if I can get lucky. And I got to prep for stream. This armor set doesn't look bad. I kind of prefer the Mystic Robes, the look, but whatever, I'll just use this until I get an RM set. I think I need to shortlist. Now that I have the Dragon Madoc, I should try to get my archaeology up. I can use that to get some stream work done. The reason I would work on it more quickly would be to unlock the passive Ring of Wealth upgrade so that I can actually wield. Oh, there's a second warrior ring. Magic 74. Had to warp out, had 204 kills, still no Dragon Axe. Oh my god, I'm over here at the Dagonoth Kings trying to get this Dragon Axe, and wouldn't you know it, I got the pet. Screaming. Congratulations, you've unlocked the pet Rex Hatchling. It's interesting that they made pets tradable, I guess? Take it, I guess. I don't care about pets. I'm a big mechanics guy. Cosmetics have never really interested me. Okay, the pet drop rate in this game is 1 in 2,500, which is still much rare. I would trade it for the Dragon Axe right now if I could. There's probably someone out there who's screaming at that. I guess I'll go ahead and summon it. Follower boss pets. Rex Hatchling. My wife's sitting here with me and she would like to see it, to see if it's cute. It is a little cute.
Ew, no.
He's like a little version of the boss. You don't like it? See, that's the... Send it back! I'd love to send it back if I could get a Dragon Axe. Just got a notification in the Archaeology Discord that the Roar is active on Anachronia, so I'm going to pop out and do some Big Game Hunter until that buff runs out. And then the daily is going to reset, so I'll probably do something else other than Rex. We'll see if I get it from this kill. Probably not. Alright, I did all of the Apop Pterosaur, but for some reason the Bagrata Rex went into hiding, even though I got here and immediately went into hiding, so I can't do anything with the remaining 36 minutes unless I can get a Sailfish. Daily's just triggered. 67 Prayer. Magic 75, still no drop. That's 248 Dagonoth Kings. Okay, this is kill 256, at which point I have to take a break. I'm now double dry. Yay! It's a new day. Let's see what task we get here. Queen Black Dragon. I don't know anything about that. Let me look into it. I think you probably should do it with ranged, which my range level is terrible, so I'm gonna try to skip it. King Black Dragon. I could probably do KVD, right? Does Reaper Portal take me right there? Yeah, so I guess this is like a shortcut to fight it, but you get like a damage boost if you go in through the wilderness, which
Since there's no risk to going into the wilderness, let's just do that, right? Bit of a hike to get there, I guess, is the downside. Nice of them to have a little boulder you can climb over to quickly eat some food and prep. Okay, so I need to be on Protect from Magic this whole time. It does actually matter since I'm not going to have Dragonfire protection. Whoa, the boss looks really cool. One was already in here fighting it partially. Okay, got my first kill. See if he has any like new drops compared to OSRS. I think I'm gonna have to make a lot of trips, so I think the running through the wilderness for the 10% damage boost isn't super worth it. So after this kill, I'm just gonna use the Edgeville entrance. That should be fine. Actually, I can't afford the vampirism aura now. Probably be a perfect use case for it. Unlocks, vampirism, 5k marks of aura, sure. So then there's an aura management interface. I own the Demonheim aura, which it gets equipped automatically, and the vampirism aura. So I guess I will just equip that and try it. Did learn that I don't need this many prayer potions. Probably one is enough for a trip. And I can bring a full inventory of food because I will definitely burn through it with how hard this son of a bitch hits. Yeah, and let's see what the vampirism aura does for me. If I'm only using it for my daily Reaper task, then I can be less stressed out about it, I think. Okay, I want to see how much healing this is realistically worth, this aura. I think it gives you a healing hit splat when it procs. The aura might make the 10% damage boost worth it because it's 10% more healing. It's still a long like trek to get in from there. Yeah, the aura was able to reduce the amount of food I had to eat by quite a lot. I can stay for longer trips. In that case, I probably do need to bring more prayer potions. Right now, I'm just going to try really hard not to think about aura management and maximizing aura usage because it's going to stress me out and make me not want to play the game. I'm just going to turn it on for my Reaper task if healing even matters for the Reaper task, and then ignore it for the rest of the day. Alright, this should be the last kill of the task. He can die. He's been... Okay, there we go. Yeah, task complete. Not a great task, to be honest. Doesn't really drop anything super exciting. I guess the rune salvage is worth some money. You can see my cash stack starting to grow from finally moving to alking stuff at Dagonoth Kings, but I've also gotten like 256 kills at Dagonoth Kings, so that's really the big difference. Oh, I got an easy casket from a penguin that was running around. The random penguins that can spawn that give you clue caskets are kind of interesting. Yeah, okay. I didn't try to check out my Necronium armor now that I got to level 70. Yeah, Necronium armor looks pretty sweet. I dig it. I'll be rocking in melee, I guess, for now, until I get power armor. Probably gonna replace a couple of the pieces with stuff from Barrows. Like I have like the Guthan's pants. Much worse armor, but it's augmentable. Oh wow, I just got a barmaid's tip to replace my 3rd tier mission, and I think it's quite a bit more accessible than some of these other ones. Maybe not, actually. It's like 13,500 total value, and the ones I can kind of handle right now are like 4,800. Never mind, it's a lot of slate, but I don't know that I can actually like succeed at it. Whenever you unlock a new region, it gets really rough at the beginning. Towards the end of the region that you finally start being able to do the voyages. I'm not going to be able to do these special voyages without taking on significant risk. I should see how much it costs to get the 3rd ship slot. That's probably worth doing. Oh god, 4,000. Okay, well we're not doing that right away. Alright, I'm going to take a stab at sending this voyage. 86% is high enough, but I've definitely had those fail on me. Still feeling the pull of the craters. Getting stronger. I sleepwalked out of my bed last night. Are you a safe place in the hook? Be further from the craters. Thank you, World Guardian. I'm starting to see why I chose you. I mean, why Guthix chose you. Okay, well, that must refer to a story that I haven't done yet. Well, I came out here for my on-the-hour Guthix cache to get the 20-minute boost, but there was just a roar in Anachronia. Those are more uncommon and I'm unable to schedule them.
I think I'm going to go ahead and do the Guthix cache just so I'm done for the day, but I'm not going to bother gathering any of the wisps afterward. I might just need to deal with only doing half of the roar. Oh, it's super annoying because I actually have my lunch, or my breakfast is cooking right now, so I can't eat breakfast while I'm doing Big Game Hunter because it's too attentive. I went and started my breakfast specifically because I could do it while doing divination. This is why I hate time-gated content, y'all. It's bad, and the roar makes it much worse because it's completely unpredictable. All right, cache complete, breakfast eaten. I'm gonna go try to do some Begrada Rex kills before the roar runs out. All right, I might be able to get all my Begrada Rex kills in 32 minutes. We'll see. Hey, Slayer 60. I think if I end up hitting Hunter 80, that's a new creature I can hunt. This is probably the last dinosaur here. I managed to pull it off with 4 minutes remaining. All right, will I get the treasure totem? I have the other 2 totems. I will not. I'm back here. I'll be free once I get the dragon hatchet. I may as well just stay though. Magic 76. I'm on, what kill am I on? 290? Oh my god, I got another Berserker Ring. Berserker Ring number 4. I don't need those. I want to trade that in. Just got my 300th kill here. No drop though. At least I'm getting money out of this. The Alks are decent. And I got another Warrior Ring. This is getting funny at this point. I mean, it's not funny. I want to get out of here so I can do other stuff. But yeah, I'm really dry. Really dry. Just got to item level 10 on the RM staff. It's easy for me to miss when it hits level 9. I'm gonna go ahead and siphon it once Rex is dead here. I brought a siphon with me for that purpose. Probably actually need to pop out of here anyway for a player on port mission that has a cutscene, something to do with the memory, so maybe I'll just leave once this kill is done. Let's kill 307. Yeah, that's not it. Alright, siphoning the staff. 229,000 invention XP. There we go. Invention 54. Not bad. Still a ways off from 55. New cutscene from the memory. There is energy at the fist marks. Sirens. They called me Kami. Oh, she's like a god. Kind of cool. Kakashi is new in Washanko. Must be a Westerner. Experienced diviner. Oh, I haven't felt the pull of the craters. That's nice. Another Berserker Ring. Screams in the pillow. Constitution 72. Guess what, y'all? Another Berserker Ring. Oh, man. Magic 77. Oh, I got it! I got it! Holy shit, I got it! Oh my god, it's over. It's over. KC 348. I can leave. I can go home. Oh man, I had to teleport out. I'm so happy to be done. That took forever. Let me show you the collection log here. 348 KC. Ended up getting 6 Berserker Rings and 3 Warrior Rings before it dropped. So there is that thing that requires 10 Berserker Rings. I could actually go for that now. I think that's somewhat realistic. There might be a point in the future where I want a second Dragon Hatchet. I think you augment one, or you want one on the tool belt maybe. But I'm not going to worry about it for now. I got it. I don't even think I can wield it. I think you need 60 attack. Yeah. So I'm probably going to go start doing that. Man, that's exciting. It's so good to finally be done. I might do a couple of rounds of Big Game Hunter to see if I get lucky and get the clue top. So I'm really deep into a candy loop right now. The whole point of all of this is I want to burn through my stack of medium clue scrolls so that I can go back to training in the abyss and continue to accrue medium clue scrolls. To do that, I want the treasure totem. For the treasure totem, I have to do Big Game Hunter. Big Game Hunter involves a lot of wood cutting. I wanted to have the dragon hatchet to get invention XP from that wood cutting. I thought maybe it was going to be a quick, hey, just pop in and kill Rex like 50 times and you'll get the drop, but that was not the case. So now I need to get attack up to be able to use it. Not that far off. I can probably just manually do a couple clue scrolls, but I'm gonna try Big Game Hunter to see if I get lucky on the totem drop. And if I don't, I'll do 1 or 2 clue scrolls and then start training to be able to equip it. And then we'll just go hard on Big Game Hunter until I get the totem. And then we'll get back to, I'll probably train attack to 70 and then range to 70. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the hatchet is usable if it's just in the inventory. I'm not sure if it's going to override what's in my tool belt. I guess let me just go cut a random tree to see. All right, is this going to work? Yeah, it does use the dragon hatchet. It's my inventory. Okay, perfect. Well, in that case, let's augment this puppy. I'll try to get some perks on it, and let's go do Big Game Hunter until I get the treasure totem. Making an augmenter here. Tossing it on the dragon hatchet. Use an augmentation dissolver. Fine. Augmented dragon hatchet. I might need to get another one to make an Imcondo hatchet once I start, because now that I have this, I might actually want to level construction a bit and finish the woodcutting grove in Fort Forinthry. But hopefully at that point, and flash back and scream at me when I have to go back and do another 350 Dagonoth King's kills. But hopefully at that point I'll be more powerful and can just fight all 3 of them simultaneously and get a second hatchet quickly enough. Because I don't think you can actually dissolve the augment from this until you're a pretty high invention level. Let me try to make a couple gizmos for this guy. It's tool gizmos. I need 2, possibly more than 2 if I don't put good shit in them. Starting off going for a honed perk here. Okay, I can start with honed 2. I don't want furnace for this reason, although I would want it for normal wood cutting. I don't want it for Big Game Hunter, so I guess I'll try to get something else. Okay, I guess I can go for refined on the second tool. It's not terrible. It's not great either. Like Imp Sold or Furnace is probably better. Yeah, I got refined too. That's not bad. Might try to go for a higher tier of honed. What tier of honed do I have on the... Yeah, I have honed 3 on the fishing rod, so I might try. We'll see. I'll do 2 quick attempts at it. Why not? Got it on the first try. Sick. Alright, so honed 3, and I think refined 2 is about as good as... Yeah, it's literally as good as I'm going to get with the materials I have access to. So that'll do. That's pretty good. I'm not sure if it gets item XP if it's not wielded. Let me check that. Got some random trees somewhere. All these trees in Fort 4 and 3 that I can't cut. I guess I'll go ahead and, well, I might not alch this because it might still be nice, but I guess it's cheap enough for me to hunt for honed 3. All right, let's see if it gets any item XP here. It did not. All right, so I might need to equip it. I guess that makes sense because they want to limit what you can do, how many perks you can have, and if you could just have a bunch of tools in your inventory to get extra perks, that wouldn't make sense. So if that's the case, I'm still going to go do... I'm going to do 1 round of Big Game Hunter to see if I get lucky and get the totem, and if I don't, then I'll go to the Abyss and try to get the 60 attack. Chop rate on this thing is noticeably faster than the Rune Hatchet. Just the Dragon Hatchet by itself, I assume, but I'm guessing the honed helps. I just got woodcutting 66. Hunter 79. If I get to 80, I get a new dinosaur that I can hunt. Did not get the totem. I'm going to go try to do Rex. And if it doesn't drop from Rex, then we'll just get to 60 attack in the Abyss. That'll be fine. Oh man, the roar just triggered. That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't think it was going to trigger this early from looking at the percentage chance or the percentage progress on the Discord. I don't think I'm going to get to use it for most of the hour. I might be able to come in with 20 minutes left on the Arcane Apterosaur. I still haven't gotten any sailfish to drop from swarms. I guess I could go try to fish for some again and see if I get lucky. But I certainly did not last time I tried that, even with the boost. Alternatively, I could try to squeeze out 80 Hunter really fast at Whirligigs, and then I could do the next tier that uses the Begrada Rex. That might be worth it. I got more Rex kills than I was expecting. Still don't have the totem, but I'm going to try to go do Scarabs until I get to 80 Hunter, just so I can do the next tier monster. There we go, 80 Hunter. It was a bit of a struggle, but I managed to pull it off. Didn't quite have enough hydrangeas to keep all the Whirligigs hasty Whirligigs, but we got the level. Alright, so I have 34 minutes to try out the new dinosaur, and then I might have time left over to do the Arcane Apterosaur, so I'm heading out that direction now. It looks like it's a palette swap of the other Apterosaur, which makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and start the encounter, and we'll see how this one goes. I don't know if the higher level ones are any harder, if they just give more XP, because they require more difficult bait. These ones seem to have Jadinkos in the battlefield. I don't know what those do at all. It might be a bit trickier when it comes to like chopping wood, like they won't just let you freely chop the wood. It seems like the dinosaur moves much faster and detects more frequently. So yeah, I think it is more difficult just from that perspective. That makes sense. All right, got my first Spicati Apatosaur. 26 minutes left here with the buff. We'll see what I get. Nothing from the first drop. There's a Slayer level, Slayer 61. I looked it up, and double dinosaurs are a 1 in 16, triple dinosaurs are a 1 in 160, which is insane that I ever even saw one in the first place. Got really lucky that one time. I actually got a ton of double dinosaurs, like, early on when I was still learning, and failed almost all of them except for my very first one. Feels painful in retrospect. I almost always failed at the last possible second due to underestimating the number of ticks I had to get away with something by like 1. But at least I learned the lesson, and I didn't screw up my first triple dinosaur. Happened to get a double dinosaur when I came in to talk about it. As long as I don't screw anything up, I should be able to get this double kill successfully, which is exciting. Very nice. There's a double skin with the roar buff up. 22 large bladed adamant salvage. Damn, that's potentially a lot of money. 8k alk each. Nice. All right. I've gone into hiding, so I did everything I could in the 60-minute roar buff. Now I have 3 dinosaurs available to me, more whenever I unlock sailfish, which is a ways off still. But I did not get a totem piece, so my next step is to do a couple clue scrolls and then head into the abyss to try to squeeze out 60 attacks so I can equip this thing. So I want to go try this out. I think maybe fire giants are going to be better for me at this level. I'm having an accuracy issue, and I'm extremely frustrated. I think a lot of this game is lying about the amount of armor that you have. Like, I'm taking wildly more damage from these guys with this crazy Necronium armor set +4 compared to what I had in my mage set before. I think there's some kind of shenanigan going on behind the scenes based on your current attack damage. I was hoping to come in here and just basically not take any damage, but it's just wild how much more I'm taking, even with, I think this is like almost 4 times as much armor as I had with the Mystic set. It might not be that extreme, but it's pretty crazy. All right, giving fire giants a try here. We'll see how this goes. Act 56, 4 to go. This is still really slow. I might need to just go ahead and do Slayer if I'm gonna do this. I was hoping to get like some speed method to train, but I think I need to get to my Dragon two-hander for that, because I have a special attack that does AoE damage. Unfortunately, I decided to go with dual wielding, which I think is bad for training. Attack 57, I decided to just stay here. Attack 58. Okay, y'all, so I need to talk about a conversation I'm having in Discord right now that's blowing my mind. Let me try to present it to you just with the gear that I currently have. Right, so I am very confused. Why am I taking as much damage or even more damage with this crazy skull plate armor? Necronium plate +4. I was getting shredded in the abyss wearing this. Compared to wearing shitty blue mystic robes, which are level 50, right? And an extended question from that is, when I got that tier 75 hybrid armor from quests, the Trials armor set, I didn't feel like I was actually taking less damage. In fact, it felt like I was taking a little bit more damage than my mystic robes, despite my armor value going up by like 33% and my my item level or my tier level of my armor going up by 25 levels, right? So I popped into Discord to try to figure out what the hell is going on, and Koski and K5 Josh helped me track it down. It's that as part of EOC, RuneScape 3 basically completely codified the combat triangle and turned it into Pokemon. In old school RuneScape, it's not Pokemon, right? Like, that's not how the math calculation works. Mage beats melee, but when we say mage beats melee, all that means is that melee creatures and melee armor tends to have bad magic defense, so it's easier for mages to hit melee characters. But it's not like literal. It's not like grass and fire and water in the Pokemon games, but in here it is. So the reason I was taking more damage in the plate body of Trials armor versus the Mystic armor that was lower level and lower armor stat is because I went from being considered a mage to being considered hybrid, which means that I'm neutral when I'm fighting an enemy who's punching me in the face or hitting me with a sword in melee, right? when I was a mage, I was considered strong against melee. So it makes no sense from the like play fantasy perspective that a guy walking around in like crumpled cloth robes can get hit by a guy wielding a hammer or a sword and be more resistant to damage than somebody in whatever the hell this is. But that's the way RS3 works. It's completely unintuitive. It's betrayed by the stats on the armor. Like this armor has a little more than double the armor value. You can see it listed there, and more than double the armor value of what I have in Mystic. But I actually take slightly more damage because they have a higher chance to hit me. It's incredible. It's really bad. EOC, it seems like they went to such extreme lengths to try to fit a square peg through a round hole. If I knew about this, like I had heard about EOC, but I didn't know about the extent of the changes to the itemization. When I did my video essay about old school RuneScape, I would have had a really long section about how the math in that game is generally like really straightforward and able to be understood by a new player, and really elegant. You know, it's got some issues because it's small numbers. It's like Paper Mario, right? So having such small numbers leads to some problems with like decimal rounding that can make it unclear, you know, when you're getting a benefit from strength bonus on your gear. But aside from that, like it's pretty great. And it seems like when they wanted to make this conversion, they really needed to like completely rebuild this game's combat system and rethink the way everything worked. But they didn't. They wanted to keep the majority of the early to mid game being enemies that primarily attack with melee, but they also wanted to keep the combat triangle. So it creates this bizarre circumstance where, like, if you're walking around in cloth robes, a guy with a sword is going to hit you less hard than if you're wearing this. This is really only good at stopping arrows from hitting you in RS3 anyway. Crazy stuff. There's 59 attack, and I am out of time for today, so I'm going to have to finish getting 60 attack and actually using the halberd tomorrow. There it is, 60 attack. I can use the dragon hatchet, so I don't need to keep leveling this, but I can also use the two-handed dragon sword, which I kind of want to give that a try in the abyss, because this place still sucks and is slow. And I think part of that is just because I'm dual wielding. I think I also want to augment my Guthin's pants. I should have done that before doing this quick grind to get a little bit more invention XP, but I can do that real quick.
All right, y'all, moment of truth. I just got my 11th Chinchompa. Crystal Chinchompa, which I haven't seen before. We're gonna get 11 male Chinchompas in a row. Oh my god, it's over. Oh, I'm so happy for that to be over. I can stop raising chickens finally after all this time. Shriek has been broken. Thank goodness. I think in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and raise all of the chickens I have, and then I'm gonna switch over to chins. I got interrupted in the middle of this before. I'm gonna augment the Guthin's chain skirt. Yep, that's fine. Cool. And then I think you want biting 2 and crackling 2. So that's direct components, which I don't know that I have many of those actually, if any of them. I don't know where they come from. I had to use some. Yeah, I only have 2. I had to use some for like a goblin or dwarf task or something. All right, roar is at 99.25%, so I'm gonna try to set up for Big Game Hunter now before it triggers. Oh man, I got my timing perfect. I popped out really quick to get a few more manta rays because I was a little bit short, but I should have enough now, I think, to get me through all my rec skills. Probably need to go out of my way to farm manta rays for a couple hours. I've got video editing to do, so I can maybe do that later today once my dailies are done. We'll see. I'm getting prompts now. Your refined perk prevented the resource from being depleted, which suggests that I wasn't even benefiting from the honed perk before when I didn't have it equipped. So that's interesting. I guess it makes sense the perks don't work if it's not equipped. Should speed things up a bit, having the increased chance on the hatchet. Hunter 81. I had to bring some of these urns with me to get them out of my bank. Didn't record it here, but I had another incident with this guy where there was double dinosaurs and I missed placing the bait by a single tick as he stepped on me. I hit freedom. I don't know what happened. Sometimes it feels like it's just not responsive. It won't let me click the second time. It was one tick away from solving with a double dinosaur and I lost it. And I don't get mad at games. Like, games don't upset me. But something about failing Big Game Hunter is like infuriating because it's like, it's very easy. It's very straightforward.
There's a pretty big time loss whenever you fail. It kind of reminds me of Corrupted Gauntlet in that respect. If you go to all the trouble, Slayer 62, if you go to all the trouble to make it to the boss in Corrupted Gauntlet and then you die, especially if you die in like the final phase, oh, it's infuriating. It feels like you lost so much time as a result of your mistake, right? It's awful. Well, I got a chance to redeem myself. I got another double Rex encounter. Hopefully I can pull it off. It's like this feeling that I definitely am responsible for the mistake, but there's something that bad about the game feel of baiting the trap when you get stopped. Like, the way it interrupts you, the way you can activate freedom to free yourself, but then the way you're like still helpless for a few seconds. I wonder if it's that like freedom itself imposes like a tick cooldown or something, that if you just don't even bother to freedom and just spam click the trap, you'd be fine. Because it does put you in like an animation lock. I'm not sure about that. Okay, well I got the first of the 2 dinosaurs at least, and then I shouldn't screw up the second one, I don't think. Knock on wood. Alright, got the second one. Let's see what happens. No totem. I'm probably not gonna... Well, this is really good Slayer XP, but I'm probably not gonna do this once I get the totem. I don't think I have too much else to go for here. Been fun though. Well, I got a second Dragon Madoc. It's kind of cool. I think I need one. I think one has to go on my tool belt, and one I can augment, but I'm not going to worry about it. I just enjoy that I have 2. I decided to skip the Guthix cache for the hour just so that I could take advantage of the roar buff. So maybe that's responsible for me getting the Madoc. Otherwise, I had to have left for that last kill. I have 6 minutes left. I'm going to try to make it to the other dinosaur. I probably won't make it in time, but I guess it's worth a stab. I'm not going to squeeze in this kill before the roar is done, but I might go ahead and just stay here and scare this dinosaur away since it's kind of annoying to come out to this one. It's pretty far away. I'm wearing the Herblore outfit because it's the only skill that I have a skilling outfit for here that you get XP for, and it's actually pretty good XP. You get it whenever you poison the spears. Stepped away for a second. I had to do my PO8 or POF. Finally growing Chinchampas. Took forever, but it's finally happening. I did the research. I guess you need 2 Dragon Maddox to make the Madoc of Time and Space. But cool. That means I don't need to stress out about that later. At a 1 in 100 drop, that could be something you could go frustratingly dry on. I think from now on, I'm always going to activate Freedom before baiting the trap, just to stop that from happening, because it lasts long enough that it should cover the entire trap baiting process. Might reduce the opportunity for Fury. Oh, this one dropped 15 manta rays. I didn't realize it could. Well, that's really good. That means that I might not need to fish if I get enough of those drops. Alright, I did all 3 of the dinosaurs I can do and did not get the totem, so I gotta get back on dailies here. See what I get for a Reaper task. It seems like I can get a pretty crazy combination of things now that I'm like over 100 combat. Let's see. I don't think I can do Queen Black Dragon, based on looking into it. Definitely cannot do Jad. 4 souls from Jad, they gotta be joking. 26 Dagonoth Kings, okay. I do need a second Dragon Hatchet. Wish I would've gotten that yesterday. Slayer 63, I didn't get any drops while I was down here. I think I'm about to get a divination level. Yeah, 92 divination there. We're halfway there. Halfway there, okay. I think it's about another 45 days of Guthix caches, and then I'll never have to do a Guthix cache again. I'm gonna be so happy when that's true. I hate everything about Guthix caches. To get a Herblore level, Herblore 63 from auto cleaning the herbs. Most of that XP was from Big Game Hunter, actually. Got a bunch of invention discoveries here. I don't think it's gonna get me a level, but I'm just gonna burn through them real quick. Before I do those, though, I came here to check out my tasks, and I think I'm actually almost done with goblin tasks. Show you here. Yeah, actually, I have 240 points, and I need 235 points to unlock everything. So I'm done. That's exciting. I need to actually get to Invention 60 and 70 to unlock them, but I have the points now. I can stop stressing out about coming to check this. So I need to check it for dwarves still. Longer way to go with dwarves. I think it might be possible for me to swap specialization to dwarf, but I have to figure out how that works. I got like 88k invention XP from researching all those. That's cool. I said I was going to do this forever ago and never did it. I'm putting mobile on my RM's book, and I'm just using it as an offhand with the Dragon Hatchet so I can get a little bit better cooldown on Surge. All right, I'm back at Big Game Hunter. I'm gonna try to just go hard on this until I get the totem piece so I can close the candy loop finally after all this time. Hunter 82. Oh man, I just pulled the totem piece finally, and I got a player-owned farm Spicati Apiterosaur, which I think means, I think those two can breed, the two different kinds of Apiterosaurs. I'll have to check, but it would be really great if they could. I can't use it until like 108 farming, so that's going to be a ways off. Now I'm officially done. I'm going to go ahead and clear out this kill, you know, so that the thing goes back into hiding. All right, this will probably be my last Big Game Hunter round for a while. I think I might come back here if I need to train Hunter. I don't know. I can get XP way faster at Scarabs, but this drops a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah, it's kind of cool to get a couple POF dinosaurs. I guess I should probably finish getting 100 Trapper Fragments, or no, I'm sorry, 100 Hunter Marks, because that's what I need to unlock the Hunter outfit blueprint, but I can wait to do that until I have enough fragments that actually matters. Very pleased to be done. I'm gonna go, I gotta get the last piece of the treasure totem, which I'm actually not super clear on how that works. I think I just have to go find ancient Zygomites around the island, and then I'll finally, after all this time, finally be able to do those clue scrolls and not feel like I'm wasting my time. Looking up the names of the Zygomites, and it looks like several of them are named after Always Sunny characters. Like the entire first section are Frank, Mac, D, Cricket, Dennis, and Charlie. It's pretty funny. All right, here's the first one, Frank. I might just do all of them here. The wiki has a reasonable guide to find them all, I think, and you get more totem pieces for it. I think I'm actually going to stop when I get the totem piece for treasure, just so I don't have the bank space for more totems that I can't complete. All right, this is my 20th one. Hooray! Now I can make the Totem of Treasure at last. I have to figure out where to go set it up. I don't know where that is. Oh, apparently there's a totem bag where I can store the extra totem pieces. I'll just do that then, save myself some space. It's interesting. They like talk to you if you come back here with a totem, but you have to specifically talk to them and then ask about storage to find the bag. I had no idea. I just happened to stumble on it while looking for where to set up the totems. All right, there's a totem pedestal, and I have to do this like once a week, which is really weird. I don't know why they would do this. I guess I could wear divination outfit. Oh, the divination XP is actually kind of good. Yeah, I'll get the divination outfit. It's decent enough. Well, apparently you don't get any bonus XP if you have this outfit on. It's unnecessarily long, but okay. This closes probably one of the longest candy loops I've been distracted on so far, except maybe unlocking Invention. Getting this stupid totem unlocked has been a project. And now I can finally do those clue scrolls and not feel like I'm wasting my time. All right, just got a medium casket. I don't think that the reduction in steps applied to the scroll I'd already started. Air battle staff and a sheep mask. Okay, it's pretty terrifying looking. Oh wow, the next clue I did was 3 steps. That's so wonderful. That's what I'm used to from old school. I guess I can save the rerolls for now. It doesn't really matter. All right, my current clue step requires snakeskin boots, which can pretty much either require me to go do Taibo when I clean up, which I really don't want to do, or complete the mostly harmless quest, which I think has a bunch of prerequisites. I guess I can look it up really quick. Or go catch ninja implings, which I can do technically. So let me see how bad mostly harmless is. Oh wait, mostly harmless is cabin fever. It's a pretty long quest though. I'll see if I get lucky on ninja implings, and if I don't, I'll do those quests next time I finish dailies. Oh, this sucks extra bad without Rune Light. I don't think I've ever caught implings without Rune Light to tell me which ones are which. That's rough. I don't even know. I know ninja implings are like really dark, but one minor improvement over old school RuneScape is there's no tick delay after catching one, so you can kind of chain catch them pretty quickly if you're on your feet, which I am not. All right, getting a magic butterfly net. Kind of a bummer. There's a dragon impling here, but I'm 82, not 83 hunter, and I don't have any boosts with me. There's a ninja impling. Got away from me. Let me try to catch it though. I had to find a world where people are actually trying to catch implings, which you can't find a shortage of in old school. Worst, you know, nothing else, you'll at least get bots. All right, please. That is a weapon poison. Nope. Just caught a second ninja impling. Come on, big money. It's not big money. Well, that's probably a pretty good alk, question mark. Having a little bit better luck now. Here's another ninja impling. Split bark helm. Yeah, this place is much too annoying without a whole bunch of other players catching the rare implings and the ability to like see them more clearly. It looks like another option for implings is the Al-Kharid resource dungeon, which I'm less 65k XP away from. I need to do more dungeoneering anyway to get, for example, the Bone Crusher. So I might do a little bit of that, just get the level and see if it's enough to get in there and get... I think Ninja Implings are a low enough level spawn that I might realistically be able to farm for it. What's probably actually going to happen is that I'm going to have to do Cabin Fever and Rum Deal. Another Ninja Impling, I think it's like a 1 in 20 to get these boots. That's not it. Another Ninja Impling. I don't even know what it gave me. Another stack of something I already have, I think. Alright, I have time for one last impling before I gotta leave to set up for stream, and then tomorrow I think I might do the Dungeoneering 75 grind, because it's only gonna take probably less than 30 minutes. And then if I still am not able to get it, I'll do Rum Deal and Cabin Fever, it's fine. Come on, big money? No. Yo, it's a new day, working on dailies. I need to do a bunch of editing soon, so I gotta do something relatively AFK. Still don't think I can do Queen Black Dragon. Oh, I finally got this one. This is the one that you're encouraged to do at a low combat level, like every day. I guess I gotta figure it out, so I will do that. Not right now, though. I'll just sit on the task until I do the rest of my dailies. Alright, so I've never done Croesus before. I don't want to read the wiki, I just want to give it a try. I know it's like a skilling boss. I'm going to try to just teleport over to it and see if I can figure it out. Probably help to know where the hell this is. Where is this in the game world? That doesn't help with my question. Click things to figure out, like, this connect to something else somewhere? Alright, let me just figure out what this is. Okay, it's in here apparently. It's Elder God Wars Dungeon 3. Pop down there, you run through here, and you come here. Okay, interesting. I guess that's an advantage of getting it as a Reaper task early on an Iron account when your combat level is too low to get assigned anything else. You just get teleports here that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get. I think I can get some mushrooms from these guys out here, but maybe it requires a certain level first. I'm not sure. Find a guy. Gave me calcified fungus and resident anima of Bic. Not gonna think about that for the moment. I'll look that up in a second, I guess. Decaying Varrock card? Just checking this out before I go into the boss fight. 92 Hunter to collect from this. Okay. There's Croesus. It's like a mushroom boss. Do it as a public encounter, maybe. I think eventually I want it to be instanced, but for bossing. That way I can try to like figure it out. Low stakes. There's a blue dragon named Gorvek that I can talk to.
Vendi's statue can be restored.
Well, Guardian?
Oh, they're just talking.
Good. You're there. Perhaps we can stop Croesus before it grows too strong. First, remove the fungus from the fallen beasts at the far
dragon
reaches
talking?
of the graveyard. Then,
Valmy's
take what
statue
you
can
gather
be
there
restored.
and restore the statues of the heroes commemorated nearby. This will rekindle their spirits for an
Awaken the
instant,
dauntless
and weaken
hunter.
Croesus so it may be attacked directly.
Alright, well that makes sense. You're gonna let me go fight the boss, or do I have to wait?
Destroy the fungus at Croesus' base.
Remove fungus from the fallen beasts at the reaches of the graveyard. Take what you
Silas
gather there and
statue
restore
is
the
not
statues
yet
of the
restored.
heroes.
Keep going.
Guessing you just can't join mid-kill. Different corners or different skills, presumably. Oh, looking boss.
Now, a Valmy will answer our call.
I'll try and wait for it to let me into the encounter. I've popped out a couple times to get more items. I got a Ring of Wealth, and a fishing rod, and a magic butterfly net. I think it maybe is putting me in a new instance whenever I leave to get new stuff. I'm not sure.
Croesus feeds through that fungus.
I think it's letting me in now. Give it a try. I had like a 2-second window to run in here. Jeez. Alright, I'm gonna try woodcutting, I guess. Should probably do the thing I'm highest level in. Mining or hunter. Oh, okay, and there's like an attack that drains your stats. I understand.
Oh, but once I get in here, I can't cross to the other skills at all? I'll climb over. Okay.
Croesus starves. The Dagonoth is free of fungus.
Okay, yellow is also a drain, I see.
Bring more to Taga.
Try to see what the other players are doing. They're mining these dead guards. I think you use that on this guy. Fungus rots as you crush in your hand. Use the rotten fungus.
Now, rekindle Sana's spirit.
Okay, so I need 10 rotten fungus to poison the fungus on this guy. That's an interesting idea for a boss fight.
Fungus. Croesus starves.
A lot of pretty scary attacks in here, huh? Lots of stat drains. I feel like I need to bring super restores. I don't know if I have any
Taga's
control
statue
over
is not
that.
yet restored. Keep going. Vendi's statue can be restored. Quickly, remove the fungus at Croesus's base.
We just failed. Your levels got too low and you blacked out. Do I like physically need super restore potions? It seems kind of crazy if I do. If you basically have to do this in a group, there's no soloing option. It's good to know. Apparently I need to like really learn this fight. I'm tempted to like skip it right now, but it's what I was expected to farm for a long time before a high combat level. Let me see if I have any restore potions. I don't think I do. I can make super restore potions now, but I only have 3 snapdragons like lifetime. Oh yeah, I can buy these. That's right. I can buy these from the Nemi Forest area, Mazcab. And I can get them at the cheapest possible price for my reputation. So I guess I'll go do that. Get some super restores. I don't friggin' know. Okay, this dude sells 3 full super restores for expensive, but I guess it's better than not having any. Let's see if I can use those to succeed, maybe? No idea. I'm in another game, give it another try. I really need to like learn to be able to see where, when it conveys that I'm about to get attacked by those, because people keep running away. I don't know if there's like a setting I have to put to see that attack get conveyed. Seems like it just hits me. Stuck now. Way for me to not get stuck. Remove sticky fungus. Okay. One you're recommended to gather from, it looks like. Oh, they're saying I'm in a map by myself. Okay. Well, I gotta go do Guthix Cache anyway. Alright, I finished my Guthix Caches. I'm gonna give Croesus another try. I don't know, I'm trying to research it to understand it. I watched a couple of videos. It's the usual RuneScape problem where the video doesn't even like try to explain what the boss encounter is. But I think you're supposed to gather materials from a corner and then you rotate counterclockwise towards a statue you deposit the resources in. It sounds like it's impossible to grief the encounter, like a single player can screw everything up for everyone else. And that would probably happen to me because I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to deliberately grief the encounter, obviously, but I don't want to spend a ton of time here. If I can't even get a single kill, I'll probably bail and go find something else to do. The main thing is I'm not clear how you're supposed to avoid the special attacks. Like, usually I'd expect that to be conveyed or telegraphed in some way, but it doesn't look like it is. Next best thing I can assume is that's happening is that I have to, like, dodge the attacks at specific times. Like, memorize the times for the fight. Alright, one thing I learned is that you can teleport to the different corners instead of having to walk to them, so that's really helpful. I kind of like that each of the corners is like a different boss. I recognize the giant mole here. I guess one of them is a Dagonoth King. That's cute. Okay, I think the way I avoid stuff is literally just watching the clock for when the attacks are supposed to trigger and then running away at that moment, which is a little crazy, but okay. That one I'm not sure if I could have avoided. Well, that sucks. I just suddenly died. I have to go watch the VOD and understand what I did wrong there. Another game here where I'm contributing fungus. Somebody mentioned that there's an Alt-1 plugin to make this easier, so I might look into that after this attempt here. The plugin like tells you when you're getting attacked by the special attacks, which is the main problem I'm having. Like, I understand the basic concept of the mechanic, but...
Restore Sana's statue.
Yeah, you get some construction XP from this, that's cool.
Now is the time! To the core!
I may have screwed that up. I think that's one of the things.
Now Sana will answer our call. Tiger statue can be restored.
Okay. Don't know what that did. Wait, back to fighting it?
Feeds again. Stand ready. Its dark beast subsides. Strike now. You have done it. Enjoy this victory while
Okay, I got a kill. I think I fucked it up 2 times. Guess I can just bank the rewards. Alright, second kill went better. I don't think I ruined it for anyone that time, I think. Really hard to say. I think this encounter is fine, but I don't understand why it's possible to pray at the statue before the thing spawns that gives you all the points. Like, that seems like such a stupid opportunity to ruin the encounter for everyone, especially in a public group. Oh cool, I can't get to the thing because I got hit with this while I was talking.
awaken the flint-hearted miner.
Comes fishing 83. Nice. Dude, this is truly baffling content. It's actually kind of hard for me to try to talk about it while doing the encounter. So once I get out, I'll explain the encounter to somebody who's never played RS3 before. But I can't believe it that it's actually structured the way that it is. Okay, I have a Alt-1 plugin now that I'm gonna see if it makes this fight make more sense. If I end up having to wait to get in, I'll use that opportunity to try to explain it. I think I will. Okay. Right, so there's 4 quadrants. There's a fishing quadrant, a woodcutting quadrant, a mining quadrant, and a hunter quadrant, right? And so you pick a quadrant to go to in the public world. And what's going to happen is that there's also statues in the 4 quadrants, but they don't correspond to the skill that you were at. So like if you do the fishing quadrant, you don't turn in the fishing resources to the statue that's up here next to it. You turn it in either to this statue that's down counterclockwise from it, or you, as they call it, go long to the next statue that's 2 away on the opposite side of you, right? So each statue ends up needing 2 resources. This one needs 15 resources from here, and 15 resources from all the way over here. So everyone just kind of rotates around the map, right? That part's fine. The attacks are not great. They drain your stats, and when your stats get drained too far, you die, which is, it's kind of an interesting mechanic as opposed to having hit points, right? But
there's not a really long telegraph on them. You have like a second to get away, and a lot of the fight seems to assume that you have bladed dive and, you know, double surge and all that fun stuff. So anyway, once everyone contributes enough fungus to these statues that you're able to progress the encounter, you restore the statue by repairing it with construction, and then at some point while repairing it, the statue's fully repaired, and this Gorvek dragon guy is like, oh, okay, awaken the statue. And if you're not paying attention, because you might be clicking away to like click away from mechanics that are showing up, you might pray at the statue. A single player clicking pray on a statue automatically advances the boss's phase, ruining the encounter for everyone, because what you're supposed to do is wait for a little spore thing to spawn here. Clicking that spore gives you more contribution and points for the minigame for the boss than anything else you've done in the entire encounter combined. So one player clicking pray can ruin it for everybody else and greatly reduce the amount of points they're getting, right? So, and getting rid of that spore just involves clicking it. So then once you pray at the statues, the boss becomes vulnerable. You click on the inside, the boss ends up having white, green, or red spores. And you click on the center thing when the boss has white or green spores. If you click when it has red spores, inexplicably the boss heals itself. It's another way you can fuck it up for other players. So lots of little mistakes you can make. All of those mistakes I feel like don't need to be there. Like, there's no reason that you should even be able to pray at the statue at all until the thing spawns. It gives you 100 contribution, right?
Harvest that fungus while you still can.
I'm just gonna finish this up now. Next attack, red bomb. I guess I can add audio cues for this. That'd be great. Incoming attack in 3, red bomb. Okay, it puts a little visual under my cursor. That's helpful. Probably enough to just have the cursor visual. Next attack, slimes.
Croesus starves.
There's a problem here with publics that, like, the amount of resources you need to cleanse a statue is the same regardless of group size, so you're kind of like encouraged to not get too many, because then you won't be able to contribute to the statue and won't get points. So I'm only getting a few here.
Ophthalmi statue can be restored.
That one's done with fungal allergy, so I guess I'll go long and go to the next one. Sticky fungi. This is the really dangerous attack that I don't have any way to deal with because I don't have... Like, if you're a paid account, you get something called protein logs that you can buy that stack in your inventory. So you can use those logs to burn them to burn away the sticky fungus if you get trapped in it.
The statue is restored. Awaken Ophthalmi.
Yeah, this is much better with the plugin. I feel like they could put that plugin stuff in-game, though, like have some kind of... Like, the fairy ring is fine. You have a few ticks to dodge that once you see the smoke on the ground. Okay, so here, this is me restoring the statue, right? So there's a little blue tracker at the top there. Run from the slimes. The way I screwed this up when I didn't know what I was doing at the beginning
Statue is restored.
was
Awaken
I was
Vendy.
restoring the statue, and occasionally I was having to click off because of attacks, right? I was having to click off because I was getting attacked, and so I just got in the habit of clicking the statue again after I got attacked.
Base. Destroy it now.
Oh, sticky fungus, shit. Just gonna have to eat this damage, I guess. And unfortunately, that's the energy fungus that gives me all the points, so if I get rooted like this before the energy fungus spawns, I just lose out on 100 out of 151 points.
Now is the time. To the core.
Awful. Absolutely awful stuff.
Tiger stat.
You get so many more marks of war from this than you get from Dagonoth Kings. Every Rex skill is 10 marks of war, but it's capped at 1,000 an hour, which is baffling. Like, why would you cap it hourly if there's a different accrual rate for different bosses? Freeze is very confusing to me. This is so frustrating. I was trying to join the next game, and I accidentally clicked on the chest, which apparently once you click on the chest, you have to bank the resources from it. Otherwise, you'll lose them. So I guess I'll bank them now. I have no idea what most of this stuff is. I guess I'll take a screenshot of it and study it later, because I have to bank it now. But also, while I was in this inventory, the next encounter just started, and now I just have to wait again. I think I'm going to skip this from now on, or I'm going to turn off skilling bosses at death. This just takes too much time. I had other stuff I had to do today. is part of why I stopped doing fish flingers. One of my least favorite things in RuneScape is any kind of content where you're waiting. There's a lot of RuneScape is you can be pretty active with your time. There's not very little standing around in this game, right? It's public chat over here. Someone's accusing someone of ruining the encounter on purpose, and it's so much worse than Winter taught. All right, this was my last kill at Croesus. This was huge time sink. Maybe I can do it. If I get this task again, I'll try it one more time just to see how bad it is. But holy moly, that was not a fun time. All right, let me check out my loot here.
Time is of the essence.
I understand why they want you to do this early, because they do give you a ton of loot. I don't know what the Croesus flakes are. Medium platinum orichalcum cell. You get so much money from this. It's ridiculous. Like, why would I do any other content to get, like, charms, for example?
You have cleared the Araxite and fungus.
I don't think that was
Process
worth a
starts.
million GP worth of drops, but okay. Take all that. Bank all. Each one of these pieces of medium orichalcum salvage is worth 75k coins. So, yeah, probably should have been doing that from the beginning instead of doing safe cracking, but whatever. I feel like I have a better handle on the content. It's very stressful. Like, I'm gonna really have to set aside significant brain stress budget before I do Croesus again. Like, it shouldn't be that stressful. Like, I could see them porting Croesus almost exactly as it is into old school RuneScape with just a couple small tweaks to make it a much better encounter where individual players can't really screw it up. Alright, well, my stupid dailies are done, so I'm gonna try to get to 75 dungeoneering here so that I can get in that Al-Kharid resource dungeon, so I can try to get a ninja impling, so I can try to get a lower effort snakeskin boots, I guess. Oh man, I'm glad I did my charming imp shrine when I did, because the dungeon has gotten significantly harder for my increased combat level, but I don't have like increased gear. Alright, this might be my level 75 dungeoneering. Maybe. Oh, I think I'm just short of it, aren't I? There's the actual level. 75 dungeoneering. Alright, going into the Al-Kharid dungeon for the first time. Okay, so yeah, there's automatically a bunch of implings in here, and I guess what I can do is I can just catch them and then hop a bunch of worlds. Keep hopping until I get something good from them. Also see what the respawn rate is in here, because maybe it makes more sense to just let respawns happen. Oh, there's Necrite in here. That's a little late for that. I think the precious gem rocks are pretty crucial. Is there a way to get diamonds and dragon stones, I want to say? I'll do that while I wait for more implings to spawn. Oh, I guess it's just emerald, ruby, and diamond. Okay. Alright, I've been hopping for a while, and I haven't seen anything better than a spirit impling, so I don't think that this is better than Puro Puro, and Puro Puro freaking sucks. So I think that means that I'm just gonna have to quest for it. I'm just gonna have to go do Rum Deal and Cabin Fever. I do not have the energy to do that right now. A lot of my morning went to figuring out Croesus and getting those 14 kills for Reaper. So I am going to do... I gotta do something AFK because I have to edit. I guess I have the Dragon Hatchet now, so I don't need to keep putting off woodcutting. There's a few things that I want to build in the in Fort 4 and 3, so maybe I could start working on that. Let me double check what I need for the second tier Woodcutter's Grove. You know what's happening over here. I'm trying to get the lumberjack outfit before I start woodcutting. Probably should finish the next Mauritania quest so that I can just temple trek back and forth, but this is fine, I guess. This is worth doing because you also get the construction outfit from temple trekking and a decent number of other like quality of life rewards. Like you eventually get the ability to use a games necklace teleport to Bergerat. Okay, so I had all this trouble with this stupid clue scroll. I'm over here to do wood cutting, and you can actually get tons of snake hides from temple trekking if you just happen to get this event. So I think that solved my issue. It's kind of amusing. I have to tan them now, but I think I realized how many snake hides you get from that. I thought you'd have to like see the event like 10 times or something, but that should be enough. The boots I need. Missed the level here, but I got farming 84.
Also on mobile, I did a little bit of temple trekking since it's not super interesting, and I got another lumberjack piece. So 2 more pieces. Probably get the other 2 pieces on mobile as well, since you don't really get any XP there. Hey, I'm back. While I was on mobile, I did manage to finish getting the lumberjack outfit from running temple trekking. Probably going to keep doing some temple trekking later just to get the construction outfit. It is a new day though, so I got a whole bunch of dailies to do. Oh, yeah, I'll do 12 barrows kills. Let's do it. I think virtually any piece that's not a duplicate from barrows would be amazing at this stage. Constitution 73. Alright, got another piece here. Torag's helm. I think I can augment that. I don't know how augmented headpieces work. Oh, the helmet slot isn't augmentable at all. It's just chest and pants. Okay, so I really want to get a chest piece. I want to get arms, top and bottom, and any kind of melee chest piece, and Carol's chest piece is kind of my objective with barrows. Well, for right now, I'm only really going to do barrows whenever there's a Reaper task for it, because it's a little draining. One of those things where it's easy, but it's like high attention enough that I can't just like go in there and blast through it. Feels painful to go dry on it too. Magic 78. Not gonna know. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to 80 magic. I don't think I have any easy access to an augmentable tier 80 staff or magic weapon. All right, task complete. Slayer 64. I gotta go do a Gothic's cache real fast. Hey, doing my dailies. Runecraft 52. I just used the free rune essence here at the body altar. I don't bother with any of the teleports. Tanning the snake skins I got from temple trekking really quick. I'm gonna make boots, 1 pair of boots and 1 pair of chaps, I think are the only things you need for clue scrolls. God, that's 12 hides. That's insane. Okay. All right, finally got around to doing the snakeskin boots clue. It is adamant plate skirt H3. I'm just gonna alch those whenever, or not alch them, but disassemble them when I get them for the fortunate components. Doing these clue scrolls is so much better with that totem. It was a massive pain in the ass to do it, but I think in retrospect it was completely worth it. Keep getting green dragonhide chaps back, but that's good because I keep having to use them for emote clues. I just said this, but again, medium clue scrolls are so much more tolerable now. It's still true. It's so much better. I'll re-roll this reward. It's pretty bad. It's fine. That's more interesting. Basket. I hadn't gotten the Gothic's arrows before, so I don't know if I keep the collection log entry if I re-roll the reward. I'll just take it. It's fine. I really like all these temple trekking rewards, although the interface for it's a little silly. But this 100-point reward I got from leveling up while looking for the lumberjack outfit. I just barely got enough points for it. This should make this clue step a little bit easier because it lets you right-click the swamp gates to go straight to the nature spirit grotto, which I'm actually pretty close to right now. So I'm just going to walk there from here instead of teleporting. I did my first scroll mission. I never got any when I was in the skull. Apparently the scroll missions just scale to whatever level you're at, and unfortunately I didn't get any of the easy ones. I'm trying to use scrolls to get the magic armor set. Oh god damn it, it was like a 92% success chance. It sucks. That misses my chance for today. Bummer. There's a way I can get a magic weapon out of that, which would have been really convenient. Oh well. Basket. Meerkat scroll. Okay. It's like a familiar that's specifically for clue hunting. I don't know if there's like a bug or something, but this is an insanely common clue step. Like I've gotten it twice in a row sometimes. The game just really wants me to send me right here. I'm glad I have that shortcut. I feel like I should do Fairy Tale Part 2 and get fairy rings already, but I'll try to get to that one in order, I think. Casket. That's a lot of things. I need to get an actual meerkat to be able to use these fetch spells or whatever. I don't want to reroll this. This is fine. More fortunate components. Thank you. Oh wait, that was an adamant plate body G, which apparently does not give fortunate components. Bummer. Casket.
Oh, that's a bad one. I'm gonna re-roll that. It's fine. That's nothing new, so I guess I'm gonna re-roll it again. You get a cap on re-rolls, so I may as well just burn through all of them. Oh, that was all trash. Casket. I'll take a miter. That might still be used in clue step. Casket. Another god page, okay. Casket. Alright, none of this stuff is new. I think I'll always re-roll if I don't have anything new, or I don't have something I can convert into fortunate components. Alright. Casket. These are just rolling in right now. Casket, and this is probably the last one I do for now. I'll have 10 medium clues remaining in the bank, but that'll let me get another 15 before I have to think about it again. Green firelighters, okay. Alright, so I was playing without being able to record for a bit there. I ended up getting 10 caskets. I'm just going to open all of them here in a second. Let me go make some inventory space. Alright, here we go. 10 caskets. Nothing. I guess I'll re-roll it. That's fine. Oh, I didn't realize equipping the Ring of Wealth affects opening the casket. Well, I think I made a mistake in the past. It's cool that I'll take it. Alright, adamant plate legs. I'll turn that into fortunate components. Teleports. Adamant cane. Alright. I think I can store that one. Nothing. Reroll this, that's fine. Hey, actually got some meerkats, that's cool. 4 more. Nothing. I guess I don't have that teleport yet. Store some of these real fast. 3 more. Oh, more pages. Sure, I'll take that. Already have you composite bow. I guess I'll re-roll that then. It's fine. That's nothing interesting. And last casket. Oh, I need more space. Okay. I'll re-roll that since I've gotten it before. It's just boring runes. Alright, so nothing amazing. Alright, y'all, it was a really long time ago that I first came to do the player-owned farm because of noticing this on the wiki. I wanted the herbicide collector upgrade back when I was killing chaos druids for herbs so that it could automatically pick up the herbs for me and put them in the box. I can finally afford it, so I'm going to buy it now. Closes that candy loop. It was deep as hell. I'm going to keep holding out for the Seedicide Collector upgrade. That seems like that's going to be pretty good for Slayer. I've honestly been holding off on Slayer before I get both of these to make it a little bit better. Once I get the Seedicide upgrade, there's just a few quality of life upgrades. Getting the Storm Barn would be really nice. I've been existing without that on the argument that it's just convenience. But anyway, it's a new day, so I got a bunch of dailies I gotta do. Let's see what Reaper task we get here. Queen Black Dragon, probably, given what keeps happening to me. Oh, yeah, I'll go do it. Whoa, I just got a weird pop-up from the first Necromancer. Runes, another gift from Gothics meant only to conceal the truths from this hapless herd. First Necromancer's presence has left behind traces of spectral remains. Some ectoplasmic residue has been deposited in your bank. I hope that's not like a seasonal event type thing. So far the game has allowed me to opt out of that. Interacting with the residue requires a minimum of level 20 in Necromancy, so it won't matter until the skill releases. Okay, so gonna leave it alone for now. Don't mind if it's something to do with Necromancy. Probably check that out when it comes out. Another pop-up from this Necromancer guy walking into Fort 4 and 3. That one did not give me any ectoplasm, it looks like. Hey, farming 85. Oh, and also the Necromancer's talking.
You could be a valuable asset.
I'm over here knocking on my weeklies, picking up this Totem of Crystal that I'm probably not going to use for a very long time, just so I don't ever have to worry about it. And from now on, I'll start doing the Herblore lamps instead. Amusingly, I actually have the whole Totem of Crystal. Maybe I'll set it up just to get the Divination XP once per week, but I don't have any use for it, really. Alright, getting my Croesus kills in theory. Hopefully this doesn't go terribly. Had some pretty bad experiences here that first time, but I think I know what I'm doing now, at least. Ish. The way this works, the lobby is really confusing. Like, sometimes you'll load in and you'll be the only person there, and there's no chance of a game happening, so you kind of just have to, like, leave and come back in until you end up having to wait for a game. What's happening here? Right, this group seems relatively decent and minimally toxic, so hopefully I can just stay here for my 10 kills and then get out of here. At a construction level, and Necromancer's commenting on it, which is amusing. Alright, I got a better handle on this fight, and I'm in a lobby that doesn't suck, which is kind of hard to make happen, but it's working at least. That kind of content where, like, as long as everything's going smoothly, it's really easy and brainless, but as soon as one person makes one mistake, everything falls apart very quickly. Got a Hunter 83 here.
The cathedral is set.
Now I can catch Dragon Implings, okay. And Woodcutting 67.
Croesus weakens, and the Araxite rest.
Alright, got my last Croesus kill here. Go report on the loot here in a second. Alright, let me see what we got here. Reward chest. This is mostly inscrutable nonsense.
The Araxite is free.
So many
of
charms,
fungus.
man. Manuscript of Bic. 471,000 GP, okay. 178 magic logs. Why would I do anything else? Whatever, it's fine. We'll be able to make an onyx eventually from this onyx dust. I think I have to get my crafting to like 90 or something, but that's still cool. I'm gonna finally get the status icons. I probably should have gotten it a long time ago, but I guess the Seedicide Collector upgrade is less crucial to me than the Herbicide one. Doing my weeklies here. I think I'm gonna start skipping Broken Home. It's like 26 minutes for a huge XP lamp, but that XP lamp doesn't give enough XP, I think, to justify the time and brain power spent on it, so I'm happy to strike a weekly off the list finally. Oh, the week I get a lamp in Herb Lore, apparently she was upset, so I only got a medium XP lamp. It's too bad. Alright, turning in my penguin lamps, of course, onto summoning as usual. Alright, I should just check that box to use all lamps. That's probably the way to go. 64 summoning. Not quite 65. Making some quick summoning pouches for a couple of reasons. One, to try to get one more level so that the bonus XP is increased from my weekly, fighting Agaroth and all that. But two, this is going to give me a thing that I could use to boost my farming level, which will get me more XP from the giant oyster. Stranger plants. There we go, summoning 65. Alright, I started using the friendly teleport on the familiar outfit to do some of this occasional training, rather than run constantly back and forth in Taverley. That's just barely going to get the level, yeah. 66 summoning. Now I will go get my bonus XP. Okay, so I need to AFK in the Abyss finally and get my melee. I need to get attack up to 70 and then ranged up to 70. That's going to be how I get some stream work done. But I would very much like to have a augmented body piece and pants piece for both attack styles before I do that. So I only need to get one chest piece, and I guess I need the Carol's chest when I do ranged. I can get any Barrow's body from melee. And it would be great to get a weapon as well for when I hit 70, but that's going to be quite a bit harder, so we'll see what happens here. Oh, hello. Got a dragon helm. Kind of neat. There's a strength bonus on it, so I might actually use that. I guess this doesn't affect you too much since I'm just, cutting clips here, but I'm going to give myself an hour to get a melee body piece. If I don't get one, then I'll just find some other AFK activity to do, like cutting Acadia logs or something. It would probably be a good idea for me to cut and disassemble Acadia logs for a while to get some simple parts. Alright, my hour is up. This is going to be my 75th Barrow's chest. I haven't gotten any pieces so far, unfortunately. I think I'm going to have to go woodcut here. No piece. Bummer. Yeah, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to finish building the Grove, which requires a whole ton of teak logs, so I'm going to grab some porters and head out to the teak log and see what happens. Alright, made it through all of my porters. I think that might be enough teak logs to make the next tier of the woodcutting grove, so I'm going to go work on that really quick.
We got construction 64 from that. Built the tier 2 grove. Next time I need AFK, which is probably tomorrow, I'll try to build the tier 3 grove, which doesn't involve a bunch of mahogany. Okay, I finished the work I needed to be AFK for, so I think I'm going to go back to trying to get stuff from Barrows. 79 magic. Still no drops. I'm going kind of dry here. I guess we'll see what I get from this one. Not a drop. Alrighty, that wraps up the episode. The big candy loop is finally closed. So some of you have noticed that these episodes were recorded quite a long time ago. I am going to catch up eventually. This was true in my old school RuneScape playthrough as well, just the way the game is structured. Once you start getting to the end game and the grinds get longer and longer, there's a lot less to come in and say. But we're still early enough in the playthrough here that I've got a lot to say all the time, because everything is still new. But you even saw with like Big Game Hunter that, I showed an entire first attempt at Big Game Hunter and then did BGH like almost 100 times with just a couple minutes of recording. As you saw from some of the pop-ups in this episode, this was recorded close to the release of Necromancy, which I have a lot of feelings about. But once Necromancy launches and I set aside some time to actually focus on it, it completely changes the way I play this entire game, as you'll find out here probably in a few months. Anyway, I hope these episodes are still enjoyable, and we'll see you next week for another one. Bye.